everybody, welcome to Tpull's Corner. This is your host Travis, and we're with another deck of my creation. And I'm not sure how much longer we'll get the chance to play it, so I figured I would share it with you before it went away. Usually when I'm making a black and blue deck, I usually include this card, at least one copy in my deck, Covetous Urge. You get to see their target opponent's hand, and you get to choose a non-land card from the player's graveyard or hand and exile it. And then we get to cast that card, and it doesn't matter what color mana they have. We can cast it as though we had that color. So if they have an empty hand, but we like something in their graveyard, we can use this on them as well. So I decided I wanted to craft a deck with 4 copies of the card and make it useful. And so I kind of started with that theme, and I named the deck I'm going to Take Your Stuff. So let me go through the deck, and we'll show you everything that we've got that's going to complete that theme. 16 creatures, 25 lands, 63 cards, 1 unsummon in case they enchant a creature and we hate the enchantment, 1 Erebos' Intervention to get rid of a creature and gain us life, 1 Essence Scatter to counter their target creature spell, 1 Madome's Prophecy to see what's coming up and maybe get a card draw advantage, 1 Mystic Subdual in case they get a creature that I don't like their abilities and I want to take those abilities away. 1 Omen of the Sea to scry and draw a card. 1 Starlit Mantle as creature protection, gets hexproof until the end of the turn. A couple Heartless Acts for creature removal. 3 Cunning Night Bonders, so spells with flash that I cast can't be countered. 1 Drawn in the Lock. Gives me a little bit of flexibility to either counter a target spell or destroy a creature. 1 Solve the Equation to go look for an instant or sorcery somewhere else in the deck and get it. 1 Whirlwind Denial for countering abilities. 2 Brazen Borrowers to return target non-land permanents to their hand, or bring down a flyer, 3/1 flyer. 2 Sea Dasher Octopuses I can mutate, so if I get somebody through and hit the other player for a point, get to draw a card. Slitherwisp, my other flash creature. Whenever you cast another spell that has flash, you draw a card and each opponent loses 1 life. Flash Enchantment, Capture Sphere, just 1 copy of that. This is in case it doesn't matter that the creature stays in. There's some creatures that have abilities that really are persistent and need to go away. And we use Heartless Act for that. If they're just like a big creature but they have no special abilities, we can just tap them down. An event, my normal half a board wipe. 2 copies of the legendary creature Atris, Oracle of Half-Truths. This one can be a little bit complicated for the opponent because they get to choose which cards to show you. So it's a 3/2 creature with Menace. As soon as he enters the battlefield, my opponent gets to look at the top 3 cards of my library and put them in 2 different piles. The piles are shown to me except one of them has the cards face down. So usually what they do is they show me a couple of cards face up or 1 card face up, and there's a card or 2 face down, and I get to pick which one that I get to stick in my hand. And they try and trick me and stuff, and I try and trick them. The Trickster's God Heist, where you can exchange control of 2 creatures and then 2 non-basic, non-creature permanents. And then finally the target player loses 3 life, and I would gain 3 life. 4 copies of the Covetous Urge to just take their stuff. A copy of Living Tempest, also with flash. Little flyer. Enthralling Hold, another way to take their stuff. It has to be a tapped creature, but I can take control of their tapped creature. Ashiok, powerful planeswalker. This allows me to exile cards from their hand sometimes, or create these nightmare token creatures, and when they attack our block, we exile the top 2 cards of their library. And if we get enough to have Ashiok have an emblem, we can actually cast up to 3 spells from among the face-up cards our opponent controls that are in exile without paying those mana costs. 3 copies of Zerasan the Trickster, and he's got flash as well. He can return an unblocked attacking rogue that I control to the owner's hand. He gets to go onto the battlefield tapped and attacking, and then we get to take a permanent card from the player's graveyard and stick it onto the battlefield under my control. And finally, Lockmere Serpent, another flash creature, in case you hadn't noticed the pattern here. He's a 7/7. If he's in my graveyard, I can exile 5 target cards from my opponent's graveyard to return them to my hand and then bring them down again. I can sacrifice an island too, so he can't be blocked for the turn when he attacks, or I can sacrifice an extra swamp, gain 1 life, and draw a card. I do have One Port of Carfell in there as well, so I can sacrifice that when I get enough mana and mill cards and return a creature straight to the battlefield if I feel the need to do that. That is the deck. We're going to take it out for a spin, see how it does against a lot of these new decks that people are playing, see if we stand a chance, and hang out with us. If you like the video, click like, hit subscribe, share with a friend, all that sort of normal stuff. Help support the channel. Thanks. Here we go. A few extra cards. Let's see. They get to search for the creature card and put it into their hand, right? Okay. So if they put it down now, they could choose not to put a creature, they could choose not to put a token on that. So by the time they have 4 mana, they could have anywhere from 1 to 4 counters on it. He's already got Lair of the Hydra. I know I can't bring down Slitherwisp yet, but I tend to think that this is going to be more important in the long run. I'd rather be caught short needing 1 swamp than needing 1 island. The way this game treats me sometimes, you never know if that's going to be my last land for 3 or 4 draws. We do have a couple of these 2-drops in the deck, and we've got nice little, because of the Cunning Nightbinder, a cheaper form of removal. But for the most part, the deck is kind of a slow deck. It takes a while for things like this to get going, because I need to have a creature survive and be worth creating. And of course, more expensive cards like that. They could just activate this, right, if they felt like it. Okay, if they have another land, they could start to use this artifact. I'm kind of keeping this one in reserve just in case they feel like they can sneak in a hit with Lair of the Hydra at a low level, and maybe I could catch them. And look at that, no land still. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You think maybe they have something they're debating if they want to waste it on a 2/2? Pulled back at the last second. Behemoth. This will be fun. Flash. Ta-da. And I think that's all I want to do. You can be a 2/4 creature. That's fine. At last! Okay, what do I want to do here? I want to see what you've got. I want to take something. Look at that. Oh, man. Double the power. Vigilance and reach. Let me just take the Rampaging Brontodon. It's fine. You know why that's fine? Because I'm going to trade you. Hey, you look a lot like me. Are you going to attack? Yes, you are. No, you're not. Any day now. Okay, this is where we have fun. We're going to exchange control of 2 target non-basic, non-creature permanents that share a type. Is there an enchantment that they have? No, but there is a land that they have. And so they could have this land. And then I don't have to worry about Lair of the Hydra anymore. Pretty cool, huh? Take action! I have a Lair of the Hydra. Sweet. Okay. I get another swamp down. Bring this puppy down. And that's all I'm going to do right at this second. Okay, so they're holding at 4. So that's what the creature they want to bring up next has. And the counters stay. They want Toski. Interesting. So I could take out Froghemoth now. Why not? I should have done this sooner, actually. That was a mistake, but I'm going to take back my creature now. Just got to wait for him to let me. There we go. What do you want to do? Alright, you lose 3 life and I'll gain 3 life. Bring that puppy down. And let's see, I've got 6 lands. What do I want to do with my lands? I think I want to do this. Take advantage of the flash while I've got it. And here we go again. Excellent. Alright, I got the unsummon in my pocket, and I got 4 blockers. He can kill me with these extra things that he has. Or at least he thinks he can. He's making a mistake by adding that on now. It's an instant. He could have waited to surprise me later. Yeah, we'll just do this. Okay, he doesn't have a choice there. Toski has to attack. It's on the card. And that leaves him vulnerable to this. Thanks for pumping him up for me, buddy. I appreciate that. Let's see what else we got coming our way. Ooh, I like that. And do we want to attack just yet? Yes, we do. With his creature. Just go get some other things that I can take from you, please. That would be great. Interesting he didn't bring back down a sentinel spider. Okay, he's going for a Shaya. Could bring it down now, right? There we go. And what can we do? We can bring down his Rampaging Brontodon. While our enemy takes 5 minutes to think through their next move, I will remind you the name of this deck is Ima Take Yer stuff. And I got his Brontodon, and I got his Toski, and I got his Spider. So I think the deck is aptly named. What do I want to do? He's all kind of tapped out, isn't he? Now that's an evil laugh.
Are delightfully friendly.
Okay, I think we want to attack with his creatures. I think there's some delightful irony in that. I'm only attacking with the things that I stole from him. Yep. Brontodon had trample. He could block the one, but then the others would kill him. That is a nice demonstration of the concept behind this particular deck. No black mana yet. We'll risk it. A lot of extra cards from this person. Disgusting. Go away, please. We know you just come back, but that's okay. Can we mutate the Nightbonder? I don't think we can. So we won't. Could bring Borrower in as a flash. This is why the swamp came in very handy. I can do that for a change. And now we wait. Oh, that was quick. I think they messed up. I'm not going to choose emptiness. I'm going to choose all three of these. That works very well for me. In the meantime, let's see. Why is it having that as if I can cast it? I can? I can. Alright. Just stick it under there. Oh, that's because cutting Nightbonder makes my flash spells cost 1 less mana. That's why. Sometimes I forget about that. Okay, you need a creature down to use that card, and you need 2 black mana. And you are having problems. Do we want to do this, or do we want to do this? Decisions. Okay, we'll probably do the Covetous Urge. Oh, we didn't need to take anything from them. We took enough of their life. Okay, this is potentially a bit of a problem because I need 1 more dark mana and I don't have it. And no guarantee of when I'm going to get it. But hope springs eternal. Ah, that worked out. Already. Lose all your abilities, please. And you like those potatoes. What else you got? Look at 5 cards. Fortifying Draught. Devouring Tendrils. Let's take that guy. I'm always going to try and keep 2 mana open now to protect the lives of my creatures. Unless I get an unblocked rogue and I can summon Zareth. I've always got to be on the lookout for him to use Devouring Tendrils. He could do this first and then do this. He's got enough mana to do that now if he wanted. Well, look at that. Is he going to think of it, or is he just going to attack? He is! Ta-da! First, those are all odd, so I can't really use Extinction Event that much. But what else could I do? I can do this. Oh, just give them all to me. Thank you. So nice. Why is everybody being so nice to me today? Yeah, let's do it. What's yours is mine. There you go. I was wondering when you'd get around to doing that. Trailisara is going to be big. How quickly that worked. That's impressive. Okay, so what do we want to do? None of these are a rogue yet. So what I think I'll do is I'll unsummon you. And does it have to be a sorcery? Yeah, that has to be a sorcery. But we could use it. Alright. Next trick. Evens go away. Okay. You go under. Get to draw a card. Works like a charm. Okay. You can go away. You can come down. And you can come down to the chump blocker. They do ramp up fast, don't they? I didn't have many good cards. I was looking for something I could steal. Okay, so if we bring, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got enough. Ooh. Maybe I just kill somebody. Do I want to just kill somebody? I kind of do. Alright, we'll try it. And then you can attack. That's it. It doesn't attack at all? Why not? Yeah, give me everything again. Thank you. What do we want here? I think we want instant or sorcery, huh? Everybody else has counters. I guess we can take one of these. Thin out the herd a tiny bit. And we're on the defensive. Nobody has vigilance though, right? Still not attacking. Interesting. Both of the Slitherwisps help with gaining life and him losing life. 3, 4, 6, 7. Everybody has flash, so except this guy. What card are you holding? What are you hiding? A land. Let's go into your graveyard. Let's see. Deals damage equal to its power. I don't really have anybody with enough power to make that worth my while. But I could get Dritz. I kind of like that. A prosperous innkeeper. Still not attacking with Righteous Valkyrie. Interesting choices. Oh, now we're talking.
Here, deep below, lie succulent horrors. The shadows awaken.
I like the way he talks. Wow, he's really just not going to do anything, huh? Wait a second. He's going to attack. What kind of stuff do we get out there? He let it through. Okay.
My kin are delightfully friendly.
It was too much for him. I'm speechless. I think a problem with this new deck is that they don't have a board wipe. They really could have used a board wipe through all this. But so we managed to take a couple of things from them. We took Lurking Roper away. We took Dritz away. And the rest was just building up an impressive army that he never felt comfortable attacking. Right on. Only 2 lands, huh? Well, I do have removal. And I do get to go first, so I have a good chance of removing something if I have to. Sculptor of Winter. Fun little trick to ramp. I could use land. That is not a land. Do I use it here? I guess I should. I tend to hold on to things too long. Take care of it while they're tapped out and they can't react. Vortex Runner. Their deck should be pretty close to getting 8 or more lands pretty soon, but we're more interested in what else you're hiding back there. Ah, look at that. Icebreaker Kraken. That can be an irritating card. We'll just take it out of play, shall we? Okay, I'm hoping that he uses the bubble snare on this. But first he's got to decide what cards he wants me to be able to see out of the 3. That last match, my opponent didn't know how the cards worked. He put them all in one pile, letting me take each pile 2 times. This guy's taking enough time. I want those 2. Excellent. I get the land that I wanted, and Lochmere Serpent can come back when I empty his graveyard, or fill his graveyard a little bit more. That couldn't have worked better if I'd planned it. Okay, use Bubble Snare. Come on, you got enough mana. You can do it. Use Bubble Snare. You know you want to. Yes! And you get to attack me. In the meantime, what else we got? Snow Day and Snow Day? I'll take this guy. And what else do we want to do? 2, 4, 6. I guess we could take somebody out. Shia! 2 target creatures. Excellent. Okay, so the reason I wanted Bubble Snare is for this reason. Because when we trade creatures, I want you to have the useless creature. And he scoops. That's what happens when I take your stuff. Alright, these are the type of decks that can fool you. Because I haven't got my 15 wins in for the day. And we've won pretty much every match so far. And that type of stuff makes you think, hey, I can stay up late and get all my wins in. And they're just waiting. The deck's just waiting. The algorithm that sorts out whether you're going to get a spell or a land is just waiting to strike. Okay, we can now finally cast Whirlwind Denial. I'm going to let them do that, because denying them that won't really help us at all. But they are tapped out, so let's do this. Lands or Brazen Borrower? We've got some lands. Do you have enough world trees? 4-6. And he's even. Don't have anything in their graveyard yet. My guy has Menace. I kind of have to do something. Yeah, I'm thinking. Okay, so I will attack. And then we'll just get rid of everybody. Okay. And I don't have the right mana to bring him down. Should I cast this now? Let's cast it now. What a meanie. We do need more land because of their enchantment. It makes things more expensive for us. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about we deny that? Finally made good on Whirlwind Denial. You're kidding me. All that tap dance that I did, all that worrying that I did, because you got all this stuff set up in place. You got a Shadow Sphere, you got Paladin class already at level 3, you got Cleric class ready, you got World Tree, you get all the mana you can ask for, and I counter one of your spells, and you quit? I didn't even take anything of yours yet. Yeah, well. Sometimes your opponents just don't want you to have fun playing the game. Alright, we're going to leave it there for the night. I could keep playing. This deck is tempting. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite decks. It's actually competitive that you can take it into the ranked battles. So if even if you're new, if you're able to get most of these cards, like you could put this deck together, and maybe if you don't have the rares like Xera's Sand, maybe you just have one copy of him. You could still find a couple of other rogues or maybe flash cards that would be suitable, or maybe just add in a couple of extra removal spells, that kind of thing. Move to 4 Heartless Axe or whatever. Maybe switch out to something different since the September rotation is coming up so quickly. I'll probably try and save some of the bones of this deck as much as I can, just because the concept is so good. Yeah, I'm not sure how much is going to be left after September rotation, though. But yeah, I think we won, like, let's see, 4 out of 5 tonight. So 80% win rate. The one that we lost, I just got 3 lands, and then the deck wouldn't give me any more lands. And that's kind of boring, so I don't show those to you sometimes because I want to display the concept of the deck to you, especially if you're new, and help point out the way things go. These guys kind of surprised me, my opponents tonight, by scooping as quickly as they did as early in the matches. Otherwise, the videos might be a little bit longer than they are going to. Usually I run longer videos, but I suspect that there were enough early scoops that this might be a short video today. Anyway, there you have it. It's a fun deck. It's a competitive deck, actually, more competitive than most of the other concept decks that I've been showing you especially in the first month when we were just demonstrating mechanics and explaining how they worked. So, if you can, take this out for a spin, have fun with it. And we're probably going to take a break for a couple of days and wait for the September rotation to come around. We're going to experiment with the new decks. I'll probably have, a playlist of 10 or so videos as we dissect the new decks and take them out for experimentation, all the pre-made ones that we were just given, and see how they work, how well or poorly they work. And I'll give you my commentary on that as we go along. And in the meantime, I'm going to start putting together some new decks of my own that are good for the modern 22 standard. And we'll throw those up. We'll throw I'll take a look like my first modern standard deck, and we'll throw it up with the other 10 decks. And we'll see how it compares, how it holds up. So, remember, if you haven't done it yet, like the video. It's a good video. If you haven't subscribed yet, do us a favor and subscribe. Probably more importantly, share the video with somebody. Maybe somebody who likes games but is not into Magic yet, but with all the tie-ins that they're going to do, like we're going to have some cards that come from Legend of the Ring. We're going to have cards, this could be positive or negative. We're going to have cards that people can get that are have the face of Fortnite on them. We've already got some Walking Dead crossover, stuff like that. D&D's a nice little mashup that kind of fit in kind of good with the Magic concept. So there's all sorts of people that like to play games that haven't been exposed to Magic the Gathering yet, but maybe they're aware of some other thing, they're a fan of some other aspect of pop culture that Hasbro and Magic have sort of tried to mash up recently and cross over. And maybe that's the gateway into this particular online arena drug that we have going here. So I'll leave you with that. This is Travis. Thanks for joining me, and come back another time because there's always going to be another new deck around the corner. Have a good one.